Hey everyone, it's me, Scott Lyon, with one of my favorite people on the planet, Deborah Gibbs. And for those who don't know Deborah Gibbs, she owns an incredible company called World Projects. But that aside, she has the sexiest Australian accent you've ever heard. Say something in Australian.
Oh, now you're putting me on the spot, Mr. Lang. It's going to be very difficult to beat that introduction. Thank you.
Well, so anyway, she is just beyond being an incredible business owner. She's a band director. And
Indeed.
You spent how many years teaching band in Australia?
Oh, I spent 8 years teaching band. Actually, I graduated in '95 from the Sydney Conservatorium of Music.
95 from the Sydney Conservatorium?
That sounds more British. That's actually not Australian. But yeah, I graduated in 1995, and I spent then about 8 years doing the conducting thing, and I got off the podium in 2004 and came over here.
Okay,
Yep.
so let's talk about coming over here, because people say Americans don't make anything anymore. Yeah, we don't make cars, we don't make nothing, but we make music.
Yes, sir.
So band in and of itself isn't better, but it is an American export, is it not?
Definitely, we learn everything that we are taught. Basically, from a tertiary level, we learn everything from the United States, really, as our guide.
Okay, so if I'm playing Percy Granger, Australian Outback,
Yep.
I learned a little bit about the Australian upcountry.
Yep.
So do you guys learn about John Philip Sousa?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, he's really part of our curriculum as educators as well as
How
performers.
cool is that?
It's pretty
a part
cool.
of their curriculum.
Yeah, it is. It is part of our curriculum. But it's kind of funny because band in Australia as well, it's a little bit different. We don't actually do band as part of the day within a school. We actually have to do it either before school or after school. So we're constantly competing there with other sport teams.
There's my question. So if band is an export, what have we learned? What does the world learn from us, and what should we learn from the world?
Okay, well, what we've learnt from you guys is it's so important to actually come together as an ensemble and have these rehearsals consistently and as often as possible. That's something that we still struggle with a lot, because it is difficult to actually have consistent rehearsals within a school time frame.
Because people don't realize that in 80% of the world that does have band,
right,
it's not in the school day.
No, it's not.
It's a communal organization. It's a club organization.
Just the same in the UK, just the same in Europe. Most of the ensembles you actually see there are community based. But what you guys could perhaps learn from us is during our school day, we actually spend most of it on musicology and on composition and on oral skills and harmony. So we actually end up producing very, very intelligent musicians at home. But perhaps in terms of playing, I think you guys probably have the edge because you actually do it consistently as part of your curriculum during the day.
And when I talk with teachers, I always talk about the difference between being a music educator and an ensemble director.
Yep.
Because they're two different jobs.
Definitely.
And what you're talking about during the school day is music education.
It's very much music education.
What we do in America is about ensemble directing.
That's right.
And waving a stick. Okay.
That's right.
So we're here at an incredible event that she's put together, and I'm so fortunate to be a part of it. So you've traveled the world.
Yes, sir.
And you've taken groups all over the world. And truly, the best halls, Carnegie and Kennedy.
I feel very lucky.
And
yes,
Chicago
definitely.
and the Australian,
Sydney Opera House.
Sydney Opera House and the Disney Hall.
Yes.
I haven't been invited to any of those, by the way. So
now I'm going to have to invite him because that's been put out there.
So where would you take a group? To the band directors watching this from Boise, Idaho, or Poughkeepsie, Alabama. That's not a real place, by the way. I just made that up.
Yep.
Where would you take a group? Where would you recommend?
Well, for me, and I've actually travelled with my bands in the past as well, that's how I met the company, but I actually would be looking for something that is completely unique, something that my country can't offer, something where my kids will actually not only learn musically but also culturally from that place. Right now, I would actually push Turkey more than anything. Turkey is like the most great. I'm not kidding you. It is an amazing place in terms of the culture there, in terms of the music. They're doing extraordinary things in Turkey. It's one of the most beautiful countries in the world. I would want to push the envelope. So you would take a band to Turkey? Yes, I would. I would take a band to Turkey.
Do they have band in Turkey?
Of course they have band in Turkey.
Shut the front door.
Oh no, I'm out of the frame.
No, we're back in the frame. They have band in Turkey.
Yes, they do. They have band. Well, actually, Europe as a collective is an amazing place for wind band music, and they're only doing bigger and better things.
Everyone knows that about Europe.
Definitely. But the composers there too, like actual wind band composers in Europe are phenomenal. They're putting out some terrific things. Spain especially that's another place I'd take them. Spain. That's a great place right now.
I would go to Spain.
Great halls in Spain. Great
Do they
halls.
need motivational speakers in Spain?
Just like you. Actually, I think they need people that are called Scott in Spain.
And for those who don't know Deb, be sure to reach out to her. She's and tell them you're legit. You're a member of the American Bandmasters Association.
Indeed,
you're the only Australian member.
The only Australian associate member. Actually, Russell Hammond is an Australian member. He was actually the guy that founded wind band music in our country. So Russell Hammond definitely deserves a shout out as well.
So she's got beauty, she's got talent, and she's got some stick chops. My friend Deborah Gibbs. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
See you, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.